Good morning and welcome to Miss Kasten's virtual art room. This week we're going to be making a piece of artwork called a collage. A collage is when you apply several different pieces together to make a piece of artwork. So usually you use paper to make a collage, and that's exactly what we're going to be using today. If you can see what I've made, you've probably noticed this outside a lot. We've also done a few projects about the season fall or autumn. So right now the leaves are falling, the wind is blowing, the leaves are changing colors. So we're going to be doing a project about the fall leaves. If you went up to the building to get your materials for this last month, then you should have a blue piece of paper, a green piece of paper, and then a small piece of paper of orange, red, and yellow. They look like these. So those are what you will need for this project. You will also need a glue stick. So if you did not get a chance to go up to the building and get these materials, you can still go up and get these materials at the building Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you just can't make it up there and get the materials, then I'd like you to draw a picture of the fall leaves like this. So let's go ahead and get started. You will only need, like I said, those pieces of paper and the glue. You do not need scissors for this project. We are going to be tearing our paper for this project. So I'm going to flip my paper over and start fresh. So this is my blue piece of paper. Then I'm going to take my green piece of paper, which is about the same width as my blue paper. I'm going to just tear it in half long ways to kind of get this kind of uneven edge so it looks a little bit more like ground. And I'm going to glue that down. And again, remember, only a little bit of glue sticking out is all you need. So I'm going to put glue on my piece of green paper and glue it down at the bottom from edge to edge as best as I can. Okay, now I'm ready to make my tree. So I want to get my brown piece of paper, and I'm going to first make a wide rectangle type shape for my tree stump, the big part of the tree. So I'm going to rip it into 3 parts, and I want one of those 3 parts to be bigger. So this one looks like it's the biggest. So that's going to be my trunk of my tree. So I'm going to glue that. And remember, if you've got any pieces that are sticking up off of the paper, then put some more glue there. So notice I'm not putting it at the top of the green, I'm putting it down kind of in the middle of the green section. Okay. All right. So now with these pieces, I want to make them even smaller. So I'm going to rip them again. So I've got 4 long skinny pieces. Okay. And then I'm going to take those 4 pieces and I'm going to tear them in half this way. So then I have a bunch of branches. So I'm going to take these and glue some branches at the top of my tree. much. Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna take these other branches and cut or tear those in half to make my shorter branches. Gotta tear it in half. So like, yeah, if you see any pieces that are sticking up, glue them down. Okay. I'm gonna put a little short branch right here. Oops. All right. So there's my tree branches. Now I need to take my red, orange, and yellow, which are warm colors. Those are our leaves, and I'm just going to tear pieces off. I wouldn't make them too small, because then you're going to be spending way too long gluing them, but also then you'll probably end up with a bunch of tiny little pieces around the house, and we don't want that. All right, I'm gonna keep tearing my little pieces for my leaves. We're gonna fast forward through this, and I will see you when it's time to start gluing them. Okay, I want you guys to notice that I did not tear the entire pieces of these papers. Okay, this should be plenty to work with. If I use all of these up and I decide I still want more, then I can go back and do some more. But it's best to keep these as these nice big chunks because you might want to use them for a different project later on. So I'm going to put these aside and I'm going to just start gluing them down randomly wherever I want to. Doesn't matter what color I'm working with. Just gluing them down. I'm also going to fast forward through this part. All you have to do is make sure that you're putting some on the green part of the ground and also up on the branches. So just make sure you're filling those with leaves of different colors, red, yellow, and orange. Okay. All right, so I also decided to add some leaves kind of mid-falling, which I thought looked kind of cool. Anyways, so when you're finished, you should have red, orange, and yellow leaves up in the branches and fallen down on the ground like we see outside right now. And we're not going to be able to see this much longer because it's about to be winter. Ooh. So I've got some fun winter projects all lined up as well. I'm sorry I couldn't be here with you in person this week, but I hope that you enjoy this lesson. Make sure when you're done, you take a picture and post it onto Seesaw. And I hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you next week in art class on Seesaw. Bye, guys.